This is Queen Califia. She was the Queen of California while it was still an island. And this is her griffins. They used these in war to pick up their enemy and drop them from great heights. And I have to wonder if this has anything to do with the flying monkeys of the Wizard of Oz. Next we have the beautiful Expedition in San Francisco, and I have to wonder if this could have been part of her palace. Next we have a drawing of what she might have looked like, and you see a griffin on her necklace. And here's a map of California as an island. So it would have started at Nevada, and we have the Mer Rouge in between, which is the Red Sea. This is a great outline put out by Static in the Attic on his YouTube channel, and it shows where the island would have been. And in the middle you see the depression, and that's the Coachella Valley where the Salton Sea is, as if it's just a remnant of what's left of where the water ran through. And if you look to the right, it looks like someone put a hose and all the dirt ran through toward this area. And if you look at this map, you'll see that it's the Gulf of California and the Red Sea. And here's another one that says California, Carolinas. Here's the Salton Sea itself. And if you've ever been here, it looks like a sea. You cannot see from one side to the other, and there are sand beaches. And it's been steadily drying up. If you look at all the people here, this looks like a pretty well-developed area. And I think it happened in the 60s. So they didn't expect this to keep drying up. They expected this to be something to invest in. And as you can tell by all these pictures, it was a pretty large undertaking. People don't invest this kind of money in houses and docks and boats without thinking it's going to be here for a while. So it was quite the place to go, as you can tell by all this. None of this is here anymore. It's just dried up docks, and here's some more recent pictures of it that I found. And there was an Air Force base here. And what's amazing about the Air Force base is they practiced bombing. So they kept bombing this area, which makes me wonder why they needed to practice bombing so much. Were they really trying to get rid of what was underwater, like the last vestiges of the island of California's, I don't know, castles? Here's some aerial views of the Salton Sea. And as you can see, there's a lot of salt where it's been dried up. Now it's a wildlife refuge, of course. Here's how many people came to the Salton Sea. And then the official story is that they were damming the Colorado River, and the dam broke and it washed everything away. 1907 and 1905 to 1907. So they're trying to say that this fresh water is what made up the Salton Sea, even though it's saltier than the ocean, and as it dries it becomes even more salty. These are some interesting old pictures I found of the recent buildings they did and that were flooded. As you can tell, they are nothing like the San Francisco World's Fair, those kind of buildings. They're just wood. And here we have a train going across the tracks. As you can see, this all looks like something washed the dirt into this, where the Salton Sea is now, and where there used to be a division between California and Nevada, it looks like. So I have to wonder what was really going on and why California is no longer an island. So thank you all for tuning in. See you next time.